afternoon all. Another late start to the week, Friday afternoon again. So again, I haven't been down doing any modeling this week. Just haven't been in the mood when I come home from work, get a few things done. I just don't be in the mood to come down. So before I head out for supper tonight, just going to work on the piranha a bit. Just going to be doing some chipping. Sometimes I use salt or hairspray, particularly if I'm doing like large areas. But for this one, I'm only going to be doing a little bit of chipping around some of the edges. So the fastest and easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is to do it with a sponge. I use these. These are sea sponges. I got these at Michael's. The only reason I use these is you can use any sponge, but the one thing you don't want is straight edges. So if you use like a sponge for your dishes and stuff, you have to be sure to pull all the straight edges off so that you have a nice random piece of sponge like that. With this sponge, of course, as you can see, there are no straight edges on that, so you just rip off a piece and you're good to go. And it's very, very cheap anyway. So anyways, guys, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, do a bit of chipping and stuff on this. And I'll be back after I get back from supper, and hopefully I'll have a bit done. Okay, guys, so just getting back from supper. Try a bit of this tonight. Half Nelson sour lager. I don't know if I've tried this one before or not. Oh, that's good. It's very good, actually. Okay, so back to the models. So I got a little bit of chipping and stuff done on this. I don't want to do a whole lot. I used this Steinl-Res, and I mixed in a little bit of black to give it a bit of a darker primer. Came out about that color, so that's what I went with. So I'm just going to pop over to the booth here and do a little bit of dusting on that. And with any luck tonight, I may even get the wheels on before I give up tonight. As well, I've added a couple of things to the bike. I got the gas cap on, got the seat put on. This is essentially ready now to be bolted, or not bolted, but to be glued to the engine and rear wheel. And the next step in the bike will be installing the exhaust. And here's the muffler. So that's already primered and just ready to paint. So just let me pop over to the booth and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, just before I put the wheels on, show you the bit of dusting and stuff I did on the bottom. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put the wheels on now, so a lot of that will be covered up. The two colors I used were desert sand and gritty yellow. Mostly desert sand I use. I just use a little bit of the gritty yellow. So I'll use a bit more of those as I get to the top, but I'm going to go ahead and put the wheels on now. So I'll be back when I get that bit done. Okay, guys, so just getting ready to shut it down for the night. Got the wheels on now. A few few tight fits there, but they're all on without glue, so they're holding pretty good. One thing I just noticed a minute ago, the mirror and light assembly has come off, but I have no idea where. So it must be somewhere between here and the paint booth. I don't see it here on the desk anywhere, but maybe when I look back at this video I might see it. But really no big deal anyways. I've seen pictures of these with one mirror, both mirrors, no mirrors, so I'm not really overly concerned about it if I can't find it, but surprised to see that it's gone. So anyways guys, hopefully get back at it again tomorrow, and continue on with the weathering. I was hoping to get started on the base tonight, but the spackle that I had there was dried out, so I got to try to remember to stop in somewhere and pick some up tomorrow. So anyways guys, like I said, I'm going to call it there for tonight, and hopefully get some time back at it tomorrow. Evening guys, Saturday evening. Didn't get any time down here today as I had hoped. So I'm just going to continue on with the weathering of the Piranha. I did go out or stop in today on the way home. Picked up some more spackle. My stuff had dried out, so we'll be able to get a start on the groundwork on the base tonight. So yeah, like I said, just going to continue on with the weathering on this, and I'll be back when I'm about to close it out for the week. So be back in a bit. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to call the Piranha done. The only thing I might do is add some black wash in here to get rid of the dust. I didn't really notice it there until I had everything was dry. So the only other thing I used on the weathering, I have this other set of powders here. The desert sand that was in the Doc O'Brien set, I thought it was a bit too yellow. So in here, one of the colors is this lime mortar white. So I used that, and I used the soot as well from this set to do around the exhaust and stuff there. So right now I'm just working on the base here. I'll just wait for this to dry, and then I'll I don't want to make it too thick because it takes too long to dry. So I'll let this dry, then I'll put another coat on there, and then be able to start the groundwork and then lay this on there. The only other thing I did was, let me see where you can see it best. Nowhere really. Maybe you can see it here on the rollers. I wanted to have certain areas. I wanted to have like I wanted to have it worn right to the bare metal, like on the corners and stuff. So you can do that any number of ways, I guess, but one way you could do it would be using something like Ooshi powder or something like that. I usually use just pencils to do that. I think all Ooshi powder is anyways is just carbon dust. So I just use pencil, and anywhere where I want it to be polished down to the bare steel. I just touch it with the pencil, and that does the job, I find. So it was a pretty simple kit. When you look at the sprues, it can be a bit deceiving because it looks like there's not a whole lot of parts there, but because there's so many small parts, handles and the like, it's a little bit misleading. So there is a higher parts count there than you think. As well, a lot of the parts are really small. These pad eyes and different stuff like that. So just something to be aware of. It doesn't have turning wheels. If you want that, you probably have to go get a trumpeter or something more expensive than this little Larry kit. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it actually. It's pretty good, and like I said, I'll put it on that base and call it done. And once it's on the base, I'll put up a final reveal video for this. Other than that, I didn't get a whole lot done this week. Little tiny bit on the bike, not a whole lot. I was really, a couple of days I was down here, I was focused on trying to get that done. So this one will now move off the bench. I think I'm going to finish off the Ferrari before I put a new build up. And I don't know what that new build will be yet. I put up a couple of candidates last week. The Aston Martin and Jag 132nd set, as well as the Mosquito. But it might even be something different than that. I'm not 100% sure yet. So anyways, guys, this is enough babbling. I'm going to end the video here for the week. As always, have a good week. Thanks for watching, and I hope you tune in for next week.